So this is the part is here and main methods, and after that the software functionality that you are trying to written down. So if I run, you can run also from here, run as Java application, even though it works. It is doing something. It is doing some printing from thread functions and then something, something, something. But you see, it's working. It's working. That's I said. It's doing something. Don't worry about that once. How often how it is working. So that means if you have a many class, hundreds of classes in the different packages, different modules, and different so on and so forth, hundreds of package, maybe 20 packages, hundreds of classes, thousands of methods, and it is all the time the application started from main class methods is doing its job. That means you're on the right track. So you got the idea. The main class method is the entry point for Java compiling or Java application running. If it has 1,000 classes, this outside the main classes, main class methods, then inject or you put it later. I will talk it later and put it the main class methods and run the application. You see that very simple application. I am running one thread classes, one thread applications. It's just simply printing the interface, something like that, just like simply here. That means if I changing here, like here, hello world, maybe here we can change it like 2 millisecond, 3 millisecond. It's doing something. You don't need to take care. So UVSoft group. That's like you stop, you tell there's something doing. You don't need to take over. You just simply go to the main class methods and just simply run again, and this is compiling. You see, it's printing slowly, something doing something. It's doing some jobs. Don't care, I will explain you later. It's doing some job. So you got it idea. You install the Java, you set all the environmental variables, you checked all the Java installation is properly done, and you install the Eclipse with proper structure. That's how we explain it. And then you build the projects, and then you have very simple hello world application. See how can Java compile. It is compiling main class methods. Doesn't matter how many classes you have in the software application, it's compiling only started with main class methods. And then now we get the idea, the tools, and it has a console. That console you have a problem, say Java doc and so on. Console information, you can see the information, even though you have the Outlook information and also on so forth. The Outlook information, stop and then run, keep, and then so on so forth. Only for the understanding the Eclipse itself, the GUI, how can you inject, how can you integrate, how can you check. For the beginners. For the professional, that knows everything how it works. And for the beginners, just how can you run the application, how you have to understand the structure of the application, dependency, and even the layouts, how can you navigate it and layout different with functions and so on and so forth. This just the basic understanding. And here has a possibility, different tools, and then you can inject, you can stop and then run, check, remove of terminals and so on and so forth. So you have all the possibility for different terminal and console things together. So we already cover what we did. Let's recap again. So we will continue from really very basic level, from the variable levels and the very beginning levels, object oriented programming. That means if you got clear idea any object oriented programming like Java, then other object oriented programming, I promise, because I know I worked like 10 or 15 years in the industry. I know if you got really one object-oriented programming like Java, then other object-oriented like Python or C# or .NET, it doesn't matter, or other object-oriented programming. It is really only the difference between the syntax, but the idea, the concept of object-oriented programming everywhere is same. Just its difference between the syntax. it's a syntax between the programming languages like Java, like C Sharp or .NET or Python, so other programming languages, or Groovy or Kotlin, doesn't matter which programming language has concept with the OOP, object-oriented programming. That's I mean. So if you got it, Java, then everything is, you can go other programming languages or the other object-oriented programming. It is very easy and very clear, but you need to be clearly understand the basic structure of the and core fundamentals structure or approach and process of object-oriented programming. That's that's the thing I try to do with you. If you got it from very beginning level, I believe you can get it very quickly to understand or to program with Java, to develop some software application based on Java. And other days, if you go to the industry in the software company to work, and then you can get this experience to the your industry, the company with other programming language also, which has a object-oriented programming concept by approach the other languages. So just recap it again, and we will continue, from very beginning level from Java programming. So we start Java programming. We set up all the necessary necessary requirement that we need or that we have. We install the Java. We set the environment variable, we install the check the installation, we start our programming, we start the building our software, our application with Eclipse, and also we check it in Intellij, it works everything perfectly. And then we will continue all the concept, all the ideas and approach for object-oriented programming. I mean the basic object-oriented programming approach, like what the means of objects, state, behavior, identity, that's I will define every part of the what the mean classes, what the mean the inheritance, what the mean the polymorphism, what the mean the abstraction, encapsulation, and so on and so forth. We will define it, we will do it together, and we can finalize it. We can go work by one, step by step. It will be the maybe the 15 or 100 screencasts, but you can get the really very beginning level to the as a professional levels. So that means we will continue, and just subscribe our channels, that's in our UVSoftGroup channels, and share with friends, your colleagues, the students or professionals, and then write down your comments how you need to take it and how you can get it really properly. Then we will try our best to come up to give it to you the optimum solution or perfect solution for you, as from the very beginning level to the professional levels. That's I say, just subscribe the channel, write down comments, share your ideas and concept, how can we can work together. Now I said bye bye, goodbye, and see you later.